All right, today's creative solution is if you have a 2002 Chevy Malibu, and this could apply to a 1999 to a 2003 Chevy Malibu, and when you go to start it, it just kind of chokes down, sounds like it's not getting enough fuel, and it just won't start, and it's a repetitive problem, and you know your battery's good. We're going to give you a simple solution so you can get your car started very quickly, every day, reliably. So what I want to talk to you about is I've got here a 2002 Malibu. I think this is going to be true from a 1999 probably to a 2003, but this specifically is a Chevy Malibu 2002 LS 6-cylinder, but I think it's the same for the 4-cylinder as well. But the Chevys were built with a faulty ignition, and as a result of that faulty ignition, when you turn the key on, sometimes the ignition doesn't recognize the key, and it activates the VAT. That's the vehicle anti-theft mechanism. And so it shuts down fuel to the engine, so you can't start the engine. So if you get in your car and you can't start it, and it just really fights to get started, but you've already eliminated the fact that it's not a battery because your battery's good. What happens a lot of times, people wind up taking their Malibus in and getting a new fuel pump put in, where really you spent all that money to get a fuel pump put in, and in most cases it's not a fuel pump problem. But what the problem is it's this ignition switch. Now you can go in and get that repaired under the new recall for the Chevy 2002 Malibus and so forth, so you'll want to check into that. But the easy way to get this started is, well, let me tell you a couple of things. A lot of people try to cycle it through. That means you can turn it like on and off, on and off, and you can kind of cycle it through until the VAT disengages, and then you can start all new. And it takes about 8 cycles of that to do that, but it only works for a limited time. What you want to do is you're going to move it from off to on, not to start, off to on. And by turning it to on and then waiting for that fuel gauge indicator to move, that will let you know that the pump is working and fuel will be delivered to the engine. So I'm going to put it from there, move it to the on position, and it moves. Sometimes you'll hear the little buzzing sound, sounds like a recliner seat, in your car as you're moving the seat back and forth, that little buzz sound that you'll hear. You might hear that, or even if you don't, the fuel gauge will move. When that fuel gauge moves, you can then turn your car all the way on. That has worked for me 100% of the time for well over a year without any problems. And so it only took a couple seconds to wait, and then I could turn the car right on and all is good. So if you want to try that solution, again, very simple. When you put your key in, simply wait till you see that fuel gauge move. That's usually the indicator. Even if you don't hear the sound, that's the indicator that fuel is getting, the fuel pump is recognizing it. It's bypassing the vehicle anti-theft, and now you can start your car. Hopefully that helps you.